Hey everyone, this is Brandon from Top10Gamer.com, and in preparation for the holidays slash Christmas slash Hanukkah slash whatever you celebrate, I'm going to be doing a PC build series from $300 all the way up to $2,000 again. It's been a few months since I did this, and I really wasn't planning to update it till January, but so much has changed in the computer hardware space that it just seemed like it was necessary to revisit the builds that we made a few months ago and to make a few changes. Okay, so the first thing we're going to look at is processor, and the one that I'd really consider in the $80 price range, which is what you can afford, about what you can afford for this build, is the AMD 750K. You could go with the A10 5800K APU here if you wanted to go with the internal HD7660D graphics, but I think overall you're going to get better performance if you stick with the AMD 750K, which doesn't have those integrated graphics, and allow yourself to purchase a dedicated graphics card. If you wanted to step up here, you could spend $20 more, go with the FX 4350, or $40 more and go with the FX 6300. Okay, for a graphics card, obviously this is a really important decision, but I think in the $50 to $60 price range, the one that you should definitely get is the HD 6670, and I've been able to find some on rebate for right around that $50. So hey, again, another reason to celebrate the holidays this year. We get great deals on all of our computer hardware, and this is no exception. Like I said, the HD 6670 at $50. And if you want to go above there, you can go for the HD 7790, but I've actually found an HD 7850, which I'll put in the description below, for around $100. So you got to spend twice as much, but you get quite a bit more performance. Okay, so for RAM, you want to go with something cheap, something hopefully that's quick but not overly expensive, and I've found that this month in the Crucial Ballistix Sport. You can get 4 gigabytes of this for around 35 bucks. It's a great deal. Don't spend any more than that. Okay, so for motherboard, you want to go with something cheap, but you also want it to be pretty good quality. I found that in the MSI FM2-A55M-E33. If you want to step up from there, you could spend about $10 more and go with the MSI FM2-A75M-E33. Okay, so it'd be really easy if I was one of these sites out there that's just trying to get the most performance for this amount of money to skimp on the power supply, but I don't think you guys should do that. You know, I've talked in the past about how much money you can save by going with an efficient power supply, and I think you can really do that by going with the CX430. It's a bronze power supply. It's only $40. There's going to be plenty of power for this particular build. If you want to step up, you could go with another member of the CX series and the CX600, which you can get for about 60 bucks. Or if you want to really step it up and maybe save money over time by even having more efficiency and maybe being able to use this power supply down the line, consider the Seasonic G Series 550 watt power supply. That's a gold certified power supply. Okay, so for case, we're going to go with something inexpensive but pretty solid. It's the Rosewill FBM-01. I usually use this case on my budget builds because it comes with a dual fan option, an 80mm rear fan, and 120mm front fan, and considering that aftermarket fans can often cost $20 in and of themselves, this is a pretty good option for around $22. If you want to step up from there, you can always go with the Rosewill Challenger or the Source 210 from NZXT, which is just about $10 more. But overall, go with something inexpensive, and then you'll have more money to use on your other components. Okay, for hard drive, we're just going to go with the Western Digital Blue series. The 500 gigabyte model is about 58 bucks, but you can step up here. It's not in this $300 budget, but I probably recommend you go ahead and step up, spend $5 to $7 more, and go with the 1 terabyte version. Okay, so the big question I always get, whether it's this video or any of my other videos, this is my 45th video, and in every single one of them almost, I've probably gotten a question about, hey, what will this graphics card and CPU play? So for this particular build, you're going to be able to play games like WoW, Diablo 3, Dota 2, League of Legends, no problem. be able to do that in 1080p at a pretty high frame rate. If you want to play Battlefield 4, obviously you're going to struggle a little bit if you're going to try to run it in 1080p. You're going to have to run it in 720p. But if you're willing to go with low detail preset in this option, then you should be able to get around 40 frames per second on average. Okay, that's all I got for this video. Hopefully you liked that. If you did, help me out by pressing that like and subscribe button. We've got a bunch more builds that you can take a look at from $400 and up. I try to cater these towards maximum performance where I can, but obviously it's like the power supply thing. There's certain moments when you're making these PC builds that for me make it just make common sense. So we're going to try to put some common sense into these builds. For something funny today, I want you to take a look at this link I've got in the description below. It's these Thomas Kincaid paintings and Star Wars put into them. I thought this was hilarious and totally appropriate for the holidays. Hopefully you guys like it like I do. Again, like and subscribe this video. We've got some Battlefield 4 tutorials coming up using professional gamer Roto to help me out to make these, and hopefully you guys will find some value in those. Like and subscribe to stick around for all of these, and we'll see you next time.